Hello, I'm Lady Fluffee or Panda, and welcome to my bedroom.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh.
So the point of my channel is to talk about things that challenge me, whether it be on a weekly or just on like a lifetime basis. Hashtag lifetime movie. Lately, the biggest thing I've been dealing with, the biggest challenge that I've faced is disappointment. Y'all thought I was going to say depression, didn't you? Not for this video, guys. We're just gonna put that aside for now. It's the disappointment of things not working out the way that I'd hoped, the things that I worked really, really hard for, blood, sweat and tears, all of that jazz, and it just didn't happen the way that I expected it to. But it's also that feeling when I disappoint my friends that I try so hard to avoid. Not by avoiding a situation, but just, you know, by doing my best and doing all the things that I have promised, all the things that I've guaranteed to do. Which you would think is like, oh, that's just a normal, you know, human thing. It's just a normal human quality to be like, oh, I promised to do this, therefore I'm going to do it. But I don't know, there's this fear of disappointing people that kind of drives a lot of what I do, especially in my work. To give you a real-time example of all of this, because I don't know about you, but I hate it when YouTubers kind of allude to things. It just makes me curious, which is, I suppose, is why we keep watching, so we can find out more. I didn't get the job that I was interning for, and yeah, I was disappointed. It's a really, really strong feeling. It's why I think for a lot of people it's worse when your parents or those that you look up to say that they're not mad, they're just disappointed. You're even just thinking about that phrase gives me chills. Yeah, I was super disappointed. Really, every kind of employment-based thing that I've been doing or have tried to do or applied to do this past year just hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked the way that I expected it to. I'm disappointed, but mostly with myself. Another real-time example is that I spent an entire day with Tamlin's Tea and we recorded some really fabulously hilarious and funny, that's the same word, Fluffy, but we recorded these really amazing collab videos for future vlogs and things, and we were working on WhatTheFluff season 2, like we're trying to redo things, make it better for you guys, and I didn't check the sound levels on the camera. So all of our recordings on the one camera has no sound. Yep. It's a really basic thing that you should do every time while you're checking the lighting, making sure that your batteries are charged and things. You should check the sound. And it's something that I should have known and should have done. It was just a really amateurish mistake. The idea that I had disappointed Tam and disappointed her in the sense that like we'd put so much effort and so much work into these things and then I'd gone and fucked it all up. I had heart palpitations. I got like cold sweats because I was just like, oh my god, what have I done? Like, how could I have done this? And you can't, there is nothing, you know, you can't get around that. You can't bluff it, you can't fake it, you can't like now secretly record stuff and then have like a Tam double in and then give her, no, like this is not a sitcom, this is not an ABC sitcom where we now spend an entire like day trying to make up for my mistake because I'm too embarrassed to admit it, and then, you know, we have a whole touchy learning experience afterwards. In real life, you pick up the phone and you phone the person that you've worked with and you go, look, I've fucked up. But that feeling of disappointment sits inside of me. Another instance was that I messed up recording podcasts for this really, really sexy podcast that I secretly don't do with these really lovely ladies. And what this means is that we don't have 3 weeks of content. Again, amateur. And people will say shit happens and you'll learn from this and you'll never do it again and, you know, it's a learning curve. And they're right, shit does happen and I will learn from it. But it doesn't change those feelings of disappointment. It doesn't change the disappointment that's eating inside of me. It feeds all of these negative thoughts that make me want to give up rather than try again. And it's hard. It's so hard. That's me. This is me, Lady Fluffee or Panda, telling you guys about a challenge that I have faced. I do really hope that you guys will, you know, let me know if there's anything that you guys have been facing, challenged with. If there's anything that you guys have conquered recently, you know, whether it be bad or good or whatever, like please let me know. Please let me know what it is that you guys are going through so that we can work through it together. I think that's the biggest thing. I think being open and honest with those around you is probably the biggest key to overcoming challenges, whether they're challenges that are in your head or actual challenges out there in the world. Talk to those around you. I have no Gandalf-esque sage advice for you guys with regards to what it is that I'm facing, because I haven't come to the end of it. I haven't figured it out yet. The only thing that I can say is that I do hope that you guys will not assume what it is that someone is going through, and that you won't make things more difficult for someone if they're honest with you, but rather just assume best intent in every situation. Just assume best intent, and I promise everything will go so much better, because, you know, we don't know what's going on in that person's head. Yeah guys, so that's me, Lady Fluffy or Panda, being real with y'all. Don't forget that you can follow me on Instagram, which is at lady_fluffypanda, and I will see you guys next time.
Oh, 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 oh.